A billionaire CEO decided to break up with his foreign girlfriend in order to return home and inherit his family's assets. To his shock, his usually gentle girlfriend pulled a gun from her purse and threatened that if he left her, she would make sure he left this world permanently. Before he could say anything, a gunshot rang out next to his ear. Terrified, he fled for his life in nothing but his pajamas, running all the way to a hotel. Just when he thought he was finally safe, he crashed headfirst into the revolving door. When he opened his eyes again, the gun barrel was pressed against his forehead. At the critical moment, a group of bodyguards arrived and took her away. He successfully boarded his flight back home. The first thing he did after returning was drive his supercar to a church to visit his mother, whom he hadn't seen in a long time. His mother, a pastor, was giving a speech on stage when she spotted him in his outrageous outfit and nearly fainted from shock. He calmly greeted his mother and found a seat. The girl sitting next to him looked at him curiously. Noticing her gaze, he winked at her without surprise. She simply rolled her eyes at him. After the lecture ended, she lingered by the entrance. To achieve her dream of studying abroad, she worked 10 jobs every day. She attended church activities because they provided free lunch. On her way out, she noticed a basket of eggs by the door and wanted to take a few extra for dinner. But seeing the sign limiting one per person, she reluctantly gave up the idea. As she sat in her chair deliberating, she suddenly heard a commotion nearby. Turning her head, she saw him being scolded by someone. He noticed her too and smiled at her in greeting, which startled her enough to quickly turn back around. As she was leaving, seeing no one around, she tried to secretly slip a few eggs into her pocket. He came out just in time to catch her. Before she could explain, he complained she wasn't taking enough and stuffed a few more into her hands, instructing her to keep quiet about what she had just witnessed. Thinking they would never meet again, she didn't make a fuss about it. Unexpectedly, one day while working part-time in a KTV kitchen, her supervisor suddenly asked her to cover for a server. She reluctantly carried a fruit platter to a private room. As she set down the platter and prepared to leave, she noticed a dollar bill on the floor. She nervously glanced at the customers in the room. One gestured for her to pick it up. Thinking it was a tip, she reached for it, but the customer began making things difficult for her. She stood there not knowing what to do. He, sitting nearby, recognized her but didn't help. As she prepared to leave, the door behind her suddenly swung open. Unable to dodge in time, she stumbled backward and fell directly into his arms. Embarrassed and wanting to leave immediately, she tried to push herself up forcefully. He teased her playfully, but fortunately didn't make things too difficult and pushed her back up. She hurriedly fled the scene.